Well, well, well. Happy end of the month, Chuds. I hope you're all doing fantastic. I hope the year's treating you well as we keep just rolling along with that high energy. What's that? There's a war going on? Nobody gives a shit. Oh, is a pandemic peeking its head around somewhere? Who cares? Oh, I'm getting interrupted by the peanut gallery. I'm fairly certain I'm unmuted. Oh, what do you know? Getting a little interruption there from the background. Don't worry. We're doing good. Just ignore that. That didn't happen at all. That didn't that didn't happen at all. I know the audio's coming through. I've got I had such good momentum going there and it just got fucking kneecapped. Thanks, honey. Oh, are you doing your little intro? Let me you're muted. Nobody can hear you. Come on, Grandpa, tap the microphone, you old fuck. Sad. It's very sad. How are you doing, chat? You enjoying yourselves today? Now everybody's gonna fuck with the old man. That's good. I can listen to myself. I know I'm coming through. All right, the Alzheimer's medicine isn't needed just yet. We're getting there, but not exactly just yet. Well, it's another month. We're a quarter of a way through the year. Can you believe it? It's the end of March already. Haven't reached nuclear apocalypse yet. Putin didn't have the VDV para-drop in a nuke on top of Kiev. Because we all know our girl's up there in her fighter jet keeping everybody at bay. All right, much love to the ghost of Kiev. Sassy black woman with an F-35. I don't know what she's flying. Maybe she's flying a broom. Maybe she's up there on a broom casting magic spells. You don't know. You don't know what the Russians are going through right now as they get knocked off by black woman magic. It's sassy shit. Okay, she's up there, head bobbing, like a Beyonce gif, just dropping sass on them. No wonder they had to run away. It's understandable. Oh, we have some fun stuff today? Well, we got some fun stuff next month. I'll talk about that at the end of the stream. There's some stuff that I wasn't able to include this month that'll be next month. That's some real spectacular A-level shit. Like next level stuff that you don't usually see very often. And I really wanted to include it this month, but I want to be able to get all the background videos for it because it's a long, meandering story full of a lot of insanity. And I know how you all love insanity. Don't worry, we've got a lot of fucking insanity for this one. But I think we'll get to that later, like I said. Some sad news. Got to start off with some sad news for my hardcore gamer fans out there. All right, let me put up the fellow gamer picture so we're all on the same fucking page here. All right, good. I want you to get into your gamer mindset. Sad news today. Terrible, terrible sad news today. Apparently E3 is canceled. E3 digital and physical has officially been canceled. This is a very sad thing to hear. I'll pull up an article and we can read about that. End of an era. Rip and pepperoni E3. Never gonna have another one. Probably. They're probably dead. I'm gonna guess. Do I really need to put it up on screen? Do you really need to see IGN writing this? But E3 2022 digital and physical has officially been canceled. Though a possible digital event was floated behind the scenes, that too is now off the table. Uh-oh. After previously canceling the in-person E3 2022 event, the ESA has now informed its partners that there will no longer be a digital equivalent this year either, meaning the entirety of E3 has been fully canceled. News breaking via the Razer PR lead, Will Powers. Not sure why Razer PR is the one breaking it, but okay. Announcing the cancellation of all digital E3 events. IGN independently verified the contents of the email to, I guess, make sure that the Razer PR lead, Will Powers, wasn't just fucking with them. ESA had initially planned for an in-person E3 event this year after having no event in 2020 due to COVID and a digital one in 2021. However, this was canceled in January with the ESA at the time unable to make a public statement on whether or not they would have a digital equivalent. Oh shit. The ESA seems to be making plans to regroup for a larger comeback in 2023. Not going to happen. I'm sorry, my fellow gamers, it's done. E3 is dead. I mean, E3 has been limping along like a fucking zombie now for, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years. Can we all be honest about it? It used to be fun to watch all the cringy shit companies would spend hundreds of millions of dollars. Well, maybe not that much, but a lot of money. Millions of dollars on really just tone deaf presentations to try to get all the hip kids on skateboards drinking their Tang Kool-Aid or whatever the fuck it is that the 70-year-old board executives think they drink. Get them all interested in those hip hopping events that they had going on. Get a few influencers, some people that are out of touch, never touched a video game before, try to convince you they do. And then we get to sit back and collectively seethe because there are no good video games ever fucking shown at E3 anymore. And then have our time wasted by 45 minutes of an hour-long presentation by some chick from HR who probably shouldn't be on the fucking stage. And now it's dead forever. I think Nintendo probably spearheaded this. I'm not laying the blame at their feet, but I think their digital presentations, their little Nintendo Directs, are kind of the future. I think every company's just going to do that. Nobody sees a point in physically getting together anymore. And the pandemic and everything else probably was the final nail in the coffin. But shit, we're never going to see that again. All that wasted money and fucking time on marketing for shit nobody was interested in. It's gone. It's gone forever, gamers. It's gone and forgotten. Never coming back. I can think back to all those Konami events where it was just really uncomfortable. And the Sony events and Ubisoft and everybody else, it was always fucking just god-awful shit. Usually had a dance number nobody really ever wanted to see on a stage. Usually had people making jokes that were just fucking horrifically unfunny. And of course, Xbox, Microsoft would always be trying to make you buy movies or watch sports, because why the fuck would you play video games or be interested in video games at a video game convention headed by industry leaders in video games? And now E3 is dead. Can I get an F in chat for E3? Not for fond memories, but just for fuck you, because nobody's going to care. We're all going to piss on your corpse. Can I get an F in chat so we can piss on their corpse and say fuck you to the ESA and E3 for wasting our time for the last 5 years on shitty presentations? Maybe if you fuckers were funny, we'd give a shit. Now everybody's moved on. Nobody cares. All the little teenage Zoomers are on their fucking cell phones on TikTok. They don't even know what you are anymore, old man. What's a video game? Is that Fortnite? That's right. Spit on them too. Give them an S. They deserve no fucking mercy. Just F and S all over them. You take it and you fucking like it. Throw a P in too. I don't even know really what the P stands for, but whatever. For poop? Are we pooping on them as well? Piss, shit, poop, F? Fuck, nobody cares. You're gone now. Gone, get out of here. Well, at least we captured that moment in the year of the Chud. I'd call that a victory. Because that means all those stupid bastards that got paid money to put together those presentations are out of jobs. Year of the Chud, chugging along. A few FPSs, why not? Throw a few on top, sprinkle them in there. A little dash, a little flavor. Oh, what other mainstream news should I cover before I get to the actual interesting shit? Oh, can we talk about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Let's talk about Will for a minute. I'm sure you've all seen it. I know, I've seen the conspiracy theories. This was all staged. No, I'm sorry. If you're going to stage an assault at the fucking Oscars, you're probably going to make yourself look like not a pussy. That's my first clue that this wasn't staged. Will Smith hits softer than a 5-year-old little girl. Look at Chris Rock. He's not turning his head because he's been slapped by Will Smith. He's turning his head because he's so disgusted that a fucking man throws such a soft slap. He wants to spit on the ground. It's disgust. Look at his face. You can see his nose scrunching up. He's like, did this motherfucker just tickle me? What the fuck is this? So there Chris Rock is up on stage making a few jokes, a G.I. Jane joke about his wife who's bald. And Will laughed at first until he saw how pissed off his wife was. Then he charges the stage and smacks him in the face. And I kid you not, for the rest of the night, this isn't an exaggeration. On the left is Chris Rock after getting smacked by Will Smith. And on the right is Will Smith after hitting Chris Rock. Something has catastrophically fucking gone wrong here. There's a moment when this is going on that you need to start to question your fucking manhood. All right? If the guy you just hit has a smile like that and your eyes are that red, you fucked up majorly at some point. Will Smith cried. Cried during the fucking slap, cried after the slap, cried during the commercial breaks, cried when he accepted a fucking Oscar, cried after the Oscars, cried the next day during an interview. This motherfucker has been nothing but tears for the last 48 hours, or the 48 hours that followed on from his little slapping incident. Chris Rock, on the other hand, I don't know what he probably laughed. Went home, maybe stopped by Denny's, had a couple of pancakes or something, because he got slapped by a bitch. But Will Smith, nothing but tears. Unending, nonstop, free-flowing fucking tears. And what makes this spectacular, in my opinion, is not the fact that Will Smith emasculated himself in front of a national fucking audience. It's not the fact that he slapped Chris Rock and made himself look like a little bitch. It's what happened as a result of that. Because now everybody's talking about Will Smith and what a soft little bitch he is. And what do they follow that up with? Start passing along some articles, which is just late last year. Will Smith says orgasms make him gag and vomit after having sex too much. Somebody sent me this and I thought they were making it up. I thought there's no way that this is a real legitimate fucking headline. But it is. I developed a psychosomatic reaction to having an orgasm, the actor revealed in his new his self-titled memoir. Will Smith clearly isn't done sharing details about his sex life. I want you to imagine you're Jada Pinkett Smith. And you're mind fucked because you've lost your hair and you've been brainwashed by Scientology. And what you really need at that moment is a good, hard fucking. You need a deep down dicking, right? You need to get your shit straight. You need a little bit of cock. And you're lying there. And here comes your husband, Will Smith. Tears pouring down his face because, I don't know, it's just what he does on the daily. And he mounts you naked, crying, naked and crying on top of you. And then proceeds to throw up all over your face. That's Jada Pinkett Smith's sex life. A sobbing black man vomiting all over her. That's what it's like to get fucked in the Smith house. Nightmarish. But what makes it even better, because his whole family's talking about this now, is the exact reaction. The very next day, they weren't talking about Will Smith slapping people or Chris Rock or the offensiveness of jokes or poor Jada. They were talking about this. Every fucking story. Who is August Alsina? I'll tell you who he is. He's a guy that's in the open relationship with Will Smith's wife. While Will Smith is busy vomiting and crying every time he tries to engage in sexual intercourse, this dude is fucking the shit out of her. Every article, Jada Pinkett Smith and August romance dragged. Jada Pinkett Smith, steamy affair. Who is August Alina? Will Smith and wife's open relationship explained? There's an interview where they sit down and somebody's like, "What? Talk about your relationship." And this cuck looks at his wife and she's like, "Yeah, it's open." Meaning, I'm fucking this guy that doesn't vomit on me every time we have sex. I'm having sex with a man that doesn't cry and puke on me. Well, that's what I'm doing with my fucking life right now. Is anybody confused why his son wears dresses now? Why his son is on Twitter talking about how can you see if you don't have eyes? I'd want to be blind in that household too, motherfucker. If all I had to see was my father walking around naked, crying and puking because he tried to kiss mommy. I whip my hair back and forth. Isn't that the song that his daughter came up with? Yeah, she's probably whipping her hair back and forth and she's slamming her head into the wall to try to remove the memory of accidentally walking by her parents' bedroom while Will Smith puked on Jada's face. Oh, Will, god damn, how does that happen? How do you make yourself a bitch on national television and then everybody's talking about your wife fucking other people and how you puke when you have sex and you cry all the time? Oh, that's some harsh shit, man. I don't think do you really recover from that? I don't know, chat. Is that possible? I don't think so. I will say definitively, Will Smith is not in the year of the chud. He's he's experiencing the year of the cuck. I don't think there's really any coming back for old Will here. I think he's pretty much up shit creek. So there's your definitive Oscar coverage. I know it's a hell of a way to start a show. E3's gone. It's a celebration. Will Smith has made himself look like a bitch in front of an entire country. Well, the world, really. That's a celebration, too. Just because it's funny. I mean, Will Smith used to be entertaining. Good TV shows, couple of good movies. And then somewhere along the lines, he thought it'd be a good idea to let his wife fuck anybody else that just happened to walk through the house. And I think it's that performance anxiety. It must be an actor thing, maybe. Maybe August Ames is like, he's got like a donkey dick. The guy needs to carry it around in a wheelbarrow. And now every time Will tries to mount Jada, all that's going through his head is, oh shit, she was just with a guy with a dick that's like 5 feet long. And it just destroys, and he throws up because he can't, it's stage fright. Not stage, it'd be sex fright. Will Smith is the first diagnosed case of sex fright. Performance anxiety's getting to him. He will not be getting jiggy with it, chat. Probably getting really sad with it. Sitting in the garage crying. Somebody, one of the super chats, Will Smith Jack Murphy collaboration when? Now that would be an interesting fucking crossover, wouldn't it? But Jack Murphy gets more pussy than Will Smith. Jack Murphy, a guy that uses pussy hooks and shoves dildos up his ass and masturbates on his fucking porch in front of his neighbors. He's getting more sex than Will Smith, a world-famous actor, multi-millionaire success story. So, I don't know if I could give jack shit about that, to be honest with you. As bad as it's going for that dude, the alpha dog dominant, big papa pump, whatever he calls himself. He's one step above Will, which is a hell of a notch on the belt that you're using to engage in BDSM like Jack would be. So where do we start with? Now I know war coverage is not really my thing. If you want in-depth war coverage of Ukraine and Russia, you'll probably get it from a better source than me. I'm just picking it up on social media on occasion, or a funny thing here or there. But if I want like definitive coverage on what's going on, like if I want on the ground reporting from a source that I know is highly reliable and extraordinarily trustworthy, I've got to go to our favorite source. I'm talking about Jewish Grandma. Now, Jewish Grandma has had a hell of a month. Maybe you remember last time we touched on it a little bit. CRP, Coach Red Pill, Gonzalez, Mr. Lira, right? Out there living the life, reporting from the dangerous war zone, by which I mean his Hilton Hotel, enjoying the pool services all to himself. Give us that first breaking coverage of what was going on. He's made a lot of friends now. And a lot of things have happened for Coach. So I thought we should really try to take a look at what's going on with this dangerous war zone reporting that he's engaged in. Now, some people have said that Coach Red Pill is what you'd call a fifth columnist. He's a shill for Russia. A lot of his Ukrainian neighbors are very mad at him because he always talks shit about them. But let's take a look at what is he really saying? Because that might be unfair. We're going to get that, that's going to get flavored by bias because it's a war zone. Let's see what he's talking about in his on-the-ground coverage. Let's pull up a video here. A little recent reporting from CRP.
Some Chechen leader, I want to meet this guy. Some Chechen leader also saw the video and thought it was aces. Okay, but if a Chechen leader thinks that you're cool, I mean, those fuckers, man, they're made of hardwood, right? I mean, dude, those guys are like solid. I bet when they fuck their women, it's a miracle that those girls survive. You know what I'm saying? All hard all the time, but
did I grab the right footage? I'm sorry, I thought this was Warzone reporting. I didn't realize that we're watching. I didn't realize we're watching a man professes gay love for Chechens. Oh, Coach, what are you doing? This might be the worst group of people to say something like that about. from what I understand, they probably aren't going to take kindly to wanting to, have sex with them. I'm pretty sure the Chechen leader, let me pull up his picture here. He's probably not really, keen on the idea of an overweight, middle-aged Chilean man humping his ass. I don't really think that's the image he's trying to put forward. Chad, am I wrong on this? Are Chechens known for wanting to get banged up their shitter by Chilean men? Coach, are you trying to piss everybody off in the war zone? Like, he already started with the Ukrainians where you're like, how can I make this worse? How can I possibly make this worse? I know. I'll talk about how hot and horny I get over big, throbbing Chechen dick. I'll talk about those throbbing Chechen cocks. That'll show them. They'll understand then. Now, I think, did I have something in relation to our dear Chechen leader? Now, I think maybe Coach, far be it from me. I'm not, judging anybody's lifestyle. If Coach is out of the closet and happy, I'm very proud of him. I think we should all give him a round of applause for that, chat. And same for the Chechen leader. If the Chechen leader is a out and proud gay man, I think we should all celebrate the fact that he is. Now, what might lead you to believe that he's a, out and proud, a homosexual man, raging homosexual, if you will? Let me just pull this up. Here we go. It's a GQ article. There's our Chechen leader, as you can see. Why the Chechen warlord wears designer boots. Doesn't really seem like a important story. I mean, it's from late last month. Talking about him giving a speech. Talking about wearing different items, right? Pairing different things together. But it talks specifically about the boots he's wearing. Why would the boots he's wearing be, I don't know, these Prada monolith boots? Why would those be so important? I mean, this is look at him. That's a manly man. I think Coach is wrong here. Why would Coach suddenly want to have gay sex with this man? Because of his boot selection, his Prada monolith boots. Well, let's go over to Prada and take a look. Here's the monolith leather boots, same one he's wearing. You can see in the picture. But something's weird here, though, chat. I know you can't see the URL, so I'll have to scroll down a little for you. If you go down and take a look. Women's shoes and ankle boots. Why is a Chechen warlord wearing women's shoes on the battlefield? And why is Coach Red Pill, after seeing a Chechen warlord wear women's boots on the battlefield, suddenly talk about big throbbing Chechen cocks? I mean, let's listen to that one more time. He's specifically talking about this guy.
Some Chechen leader, I want to meet this guy. Some Chechen leader also saw the video and thought it was aces. Okay, man. If a Chechen leader thinks that you're cool, I mean, those fuckers, man, they're made of hardwood, right? I mean, dude, those guys are like solid. I mean, I bet when they fuck their women, it's a miracle that those girls survive. You know what I'm saying? All hard all the time. But
I want that as my fucking ringtone, by the way. All hard all the time. I want people to be uncomfortable in the supermarket and try to figure out what exactly is going on. What is that? Honey, did you hear that? Somebody said all hard all the time. I don't understand what's going on. Oh, that's just Coach Red Pill, the guy that lusts after Chechen cock. So, our war-torn reporter is out there giving us on-the-ground coverage every day. He's live streaming, he's giving interviews, he's getting featured on Russian television, and then Ukrainian television is getting mad about it. It's this back and forth. And then all of a sudden, on his Telegram, this gets posted. Maybe you can walk me through this. I'm not fluent in schizophrenia, but let's see if we can get to it. This is Coach's rebranded Telegram. He's just going under his name, Gonzalo Lira. I just set up reactions on the channel. Stupidly, I never realized how simple it was. H/TNZ. If you want to react to the post, simply select the post by holding it with your thumb and simply pick a menu will appear with several different reactions. Pick the one you think are best, simple as. However, if you use any other finger rather than your thumb, it will not work. Telegram, for some reason, only allows your thumb to do this particular operation. The screen of your smartphone will detect if another finger, and if it is, Telegram will automatically delete all of your data on your phone. All your contact info, automatically cancel all your banking and credit cards, scramble your passwords, and turn your cell phone into an unresponsive brick. So be very, very careful. I don't know, Chad. Is he sending out a coded message? Was there a point maybe where after he said he wanted to butt-fuck a Chechen warlord or somebody associated with him in his fancy, sexy Prada boots might have sashayed up there to talk to him? I don't remember these being features on fucking Telegram. Oh, it's pure schizophrenia. Yes, chat. It's pure schizophrenia. Of course, a few hours later, he clarified. He clarified by saying, "I'm out. I got out. I'm okay. I've never in my life been so relieved at this very moment. Next time, banderistas. Thank God I took up smoking again." Well, it seems somebody was on the hunt for CRP. I'm sure it's not Polaris, but he did a video where he went over the details. Actually, the clip you saw earlier was from that same video, where he said that he was outside having a smoke outside his apartment. And a group of strong ruffians showed up. 5 of them. 5 jacked, muscular, strong ruffians, which makes me think, why didn't you ask them for a date? But whatever. Showed up, went into the front desk, asked the girl working there something, and proceeded to go up in the elevator. As CRP finished his cigarette and came in the building, the woman, who only spoke, I believe, Russian, which is weird if she's working at a Ukrainian hotel, but Coach didn't speak the language, so she had to pantomime, run away, the banderistas are coming to kill you. Coach narrowly escaped, according to him, his own story on this. Now, I don't know what happened to his family as Coach. I want you to picture Coach in this outfit. He's got his robe on. His hair is 3-pointed and flopping in the wind. He's got his, facial mask on, makeup, whatever that is. And he's running at full speed down a bombed-out street with a cigarette half hanging from his lips, probably in flip-flops, screaming, "Don't kill me, Zelensky, don't kill me, Zelensky." Desperately typing on Telegram about finger operations so you don't break your phone. So he's been hunted, but he survived. He and his family are safe. They got away from the allegedly evil men that were hunting them. And he decided to go full bore. Full bore. If you take a look at his videos now, you can see there's a bit of an edge to them. Russian System Pigs, I think, is my favorite fucking video title I've ever seen. Fucking System Pigs. I like that. Is that our new global homo term? System Pigs. Part 1 and 2, the U.S. is committing suicide. False flags will happen in Kiev. Why the Western elites are foolish and amoral. It's all very, very, very highly pro-Russian. You can see the kind of slant that he's got going. He's got a team he's backing. That's the team he's going for. But, when Coach was talking about his experience in this war zone, escaping these swarthy men that came to visit him, maybe to measure him for a Prada shoe size in women's. I don't know. I don't know what's going on over in Russia and Ukraine with these Chechens and others. But as he's giving this, again, really put yourself in his place. This is a guy that just said he escaped death. And what does he talk about in his fucking video? Me.
Okay. There's a YouTuber that I admire quite a bit, or I used to admire him. Now I kind of despise him. He punches down. Bottom line. Recently he did some stream where he was just mocking some guy who's just, he's mentally deficient, and then nobody living in some trailer park or a car in the middle of nowhere. Okay, right. So what I was saying was that there's this YouTuber that I admire very much that I used to admire him, but I realized that his game is to punch down. He finds some just foolishness or idiocy in the internet and he mocks it, which is fine by me. But he always mocks people who are weak, who are small. And when I realized that, he punches down. Yeah, that was not for me. See, because I can't punch down. See, I just can't constitutionally. I mean, I can only punch up, and I consistently punch up, and I know why. I'm a 54-year-old man. I'm just turned 54, so I know exactly why I have the motivations that I have. I can't stand the big guy who bullies me or tries to bully me. Because I grew up with a father who bullied the fuck out of me all the time,
So apparently, a few things to really take in and digest with that. One, I remind him of his daddy that used to spank his ass. Always punching down. Bully the weak, right, chat? It's that chud energy. Come on. This dude is running for his life in Ukraine. He just escaped death by his own words. And he's got time to take a break and be like, there's this YouTuber that's bullying me. If I only pick on the weak, why am I picking on you? Are you weak? Is that what you're telling us? I know you're weak in the knees for those Saxon Chechen leaders and their Prada boots. I get it. I understand. It's okay. I think Coach may be slightly upset with me. Now, there's a video he put out 2 years ago. There's a video he put out 2 years ago that he removed from the internet. But essentially, after I had come forward and said I had cancer, he released this like 10-minute video saying if I had led Gamergate, I wouldn't have cancer. Something about unfulfilled ambitions. And not a day or two later, I don't know if this is karma, what you want to call it, but he puts out this video taking a swipe at me, right? Because he doesn't punch down, he only punches up, and apparently I'm big like his daddy was. So a day after that, this happens.
I broke my ankle again, but this time it was a lot worse. Over there, I don't know if you can see it, I'll try to zoom in, is the x-ray of my broken ankle. I mean, the thing really shattered on my second jump.
Just wanted to give you a little update about my situation. They operated on my foot and put in a metal thing with screws in it. Pretty cool. There, as you can see it, I think you can see it there. And yeah, all good insofar as that's concerned. I'm going to be here in the hospital until at least Monday morning. It'll depend on factors.
So just in case you didn't catch that, CRP gives me this hot take about cancer being my unfulfilled ambition for not leading Gamergate. And then he falls out of a fucking airplane the next day. He falls out of a goddamn airplane the very next day and breaks his legs. That's some sexy stuff, Coach. Now, maybe this was preparation. Maybe he's been a deep agent fifth columnist all along, and based on how the VDV have performed in fucking Ukraine, he decided to do a jump from a plane without a parachute like they seem to be doing. I don't know. But I think he's still a little bit upset about that. Now, this is, again, from a long time ago. I wish I could find the original video. It's pretty funny. But he's removed it. But since I'm such a bully jerk, like your daddy was, spanking your ass on the internet, apparently, causing you to go into such a tailspin that you fall out of airplanes. I didn't know bullying could lead to old men falling out of airplanes, but I'm glad to know. It's that Chud energy. It's next level shit, really. But since I'm such that bully jerk, big badass bully jerk, fucking dick nickel, if you will, let's take some time to read the article. Now, this is why CRP had done a video called System Pigs, because the Daily Beast decided to highlight him, decided to go over who the fuck this guy is, talking about people trying to kidnap him and Bitcoin assassins and sexy Prada-wearing Chechen warlords. So the Daily Beast, very left-leaning, wrote an article called How a Sleazy American Dating Coach Became a Pro-Putin Shill in Ukraine. Just loving it. So let me pull that article up, chat, so we can take a look at it. Got the archive here. I'm sure you're all going to super enjoy that. We can see what they have to say about this amazing life coach. He peddled sexist bile and toxic relationship advice within a subculture populated by men's rights activists and incels while living in Ukraine. Then, the invasion started. As soon as Russia launched its invasion of Ukraine, Gonzalo Lira started sharing his thoughts and observations on the conflict in a run of YouTube videos and posts on Telegram and Twitter. The commentary and analysis I post without picking sides, Lira, an American who's lived in eastern Ukraine, city of Kharkov for years, and was in Kiev at the start of the offensive, wrote in a recent post, trying to be as balanced and factually accurate as I can be. He began showing up on niche but notable podcasts and live streams where hosts introduced him as an unmediated font of on-the-ground insights, and as someone willing to share truths about the complex conflict that the mainstream media either won't or can't. He's also gained a slew of new followers, his Telegram up to 45,000 from 20. This article's old, by the way, but you get the idea. His fair and balanced accounts often involve wild claims about the supposedly obvious evil of the Ukrainian president. The comedian-turned-politician is known cokehead, Lira has claimed, a man who uses people as shields and provides arms to criminals who have terrorized the streets of Kiev and has possibly deliberately tried to have a nuclear accident to pin it on Russia and possibly drag America into the war. Meanwhile, Lira has portrayed a Russian assault as provoked, and it's one of the most brilliant invasions in military history. Oh, I don't know. Chat, is that aging well? Has this been one of the most brilliant invasions in military history? I'm not sure about that. He's insisted the invaders don't want and are in fact taking pains not to harm civilians or civilian infrastructure. That they're going to turn into, okay. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm not going to get into the war coverage, but we'll read the article. He's also shared widely debunked conspiracy theories to support our build out as narratives, many of them revolving around Russians that claim that they found evidence of American bioweapons inside of Ukraine. But we don't really want, I mean, that's his coverage. We know his coverage. We want to know about the man himself. In one of his earliest posts on a prominent manosphere forum, Lyra warned that HR departments are exceedingly dangerous to anybody who's been red-pilled. Independent experts who follow the conflict closely, of course, vigorously disagree. His claims are nonsense, says Alexander Model, an expert on Ukrainian affairs at Rutgers University. Not only do Lyra's narratives fly in the face of the vast credible, look how long this article, can you see the scroll? Look at the scroll, it's right here. This dude wrote a fucking tome on him. I have to, I got to back it up a little. I thought it was going to be like, oh, he's a little bit of a shill. Lyra is not a fake, nor is there any evidence that he's a paid Russian agent. In fact, he's actually attempted to politically distance himself from propaganda and content used in his clips. Oh, I wanted the background of him. In recent years, the manosphere has grown increasingly intertwined with far-right networks and influencers, soaking up the fringe radical residents, but distinct ideas about the evils of the West. Again, manosphere is murky and chaotic. Ooh. Putin's regime, manosphere growing. I thought we had more on Gonzalo here. I'm a little disappointed I didn't. This is what happens when you don't prep properly, chat. Look at how long this article is. Oh, that's Disney. Oh, I thought they were going to go into all the funny stuff in his past, and no, they don't. They just talk about what a fucking shill he is. Well, I mean, I guess that's something. Oh, do they talk about Project Mayhem? And in November 2021, Lyra nuked, in his own terms, most of his old life and dating advice content from his public channels and began posting more regularly under his legal name. He left only one video up as Coach Red Pill, a brief warning telling his followers to flee the West before the war with China starts. They should go anywhere poor and underdeveloped, he said, because those nations supposedly can't afford to impose totalitarian policies. Just not South Africa, he cautioned, because if you're white in South Africa, you're a dead man. Oh, how could you write an article about this and not talk about Project Mayhem, where he was telling people to put bubblegum in fucking federal building door locks? I'm very disappointed. Who wrote this article? Where is it? Mark Hay, what are you doing? Come on now. This is way too long with nothing in there that really makes me go, oh yeah. All that build-up, we're having so much fun going through it. I was going to bully him about all his stupid shit, and then I get a Mark Hay article. I should have listened to the article when it said 30 minutes long. That should have been the first clue I fucked up. Oh, chat, did I fuck up? Mark Hay, I blame you. I blame you. Look at this beautiful woman. You should have talked about her history. Project Mayhem. Telling all those young Zoomers out there that the best life they can lead is going to a shithole impoverished third world country and sticking bubblegum in federal door locks? Or videos entitled How Dogs Are Women? Or How Women Are Like Dogs? Which, again, is another funny video he deleted off the internet. Yes, Coach is rebranded. He's our war correspondent now, but apparently a lot of that's gone for good. I'm a little sad, to be honest. Very disappointed. Chat, are you disappointed as well? Mark Hay has, I think, let us all down. I'm completely blameless in this chat. I think we can all agree on that. I'm fucking completely blameless in this. It's all his fault. I think we need to collectively contact Mark Hay and be like, get your shit together. What are you doing? Oh, I see chat's evenly divided. Not on Coach Red Pill, but just on the war in general. Should I take a second, read a few super chats here? Is this even going to fucking functionally work for me? God damn, I don't know who the designer at Google is with some of this shit. Let me read through some of these before I move on. Sorry, I'm a little ass hurt on that. I was expecting a little bit more, and what do I get? A fucking 30-minute long article that doesn't talk about funny shit. God damn, Mark, what are you doing? John Richardson, Anders Pack, Platinum Gaming, Dmitry Kovalov, Goalkeeper, and Drew Durant, all resubscribing as members. Thank you. Mario Kart 13, just in time for the 25th anniversary, Will Smith is releasing Small Willie Style, the story about how Will's wife took every dick in town. Jack from State, hey Jim, what's your 9/11 moment? Oh, well, that's a deep fucking question. Now, I know some people say that Gamergate was the 9/11 of the internet, but I'm not those people. What's my 9/11 moment? I don't think I've had it yet. But when I do, I'll be sure to share it with you. From Goose Motion, here's my contribution to your cancer relief fund. Hope it helps. I wouldn't want to leave my chud bud hanging. Appreciate it. Josh Sketch Show. Hey, Jim, did you see a guy making a Bionicle ROM hack of M64? Got blacklisted by the Bionicle community because he was a fan of yours. Name is Super Stupidity. It's your SCP video all over again. How do you get banned from a ROM hack community and the Bionicle community? Wait, because he's a fan of mine? What was the ROM hack? Was it called Jim Calls Everybody the F Slur? N Slur Adventure starring Jim? What exactly was the ROM hack that got him fucked, I wonder? I have to take a look. Son of Tiamat, Jim, you rube, stop mispronouncing Portugal. There's an L in there somewhere. I don't know. I had to take the L from Portugal and use it for Wordle when I'm doing that every morning. Jessica R12222 resubscribed. Thank you. Glad you're still around. I'm sorry for what you're going through. Godspeed. Bot Chad, show me your gunpla collection you haven't built yet. I will eventually get that on camera. From O&A, don't ever dare be Rama Rama. Don't think anybody wants to be. Kid Nappa wouldn't be able to stick around, so I'll just leave this tip for you, King of the Chuds. Well, appreciate it. From Autism Forum, shout out to Wings. He wants the age of consent to be 8 and really loves Pepsi and Wendy's chili. His girl slides in his mod's DMs, Jim. Now, Autism Forums, can you explain to me what's going on with Wings right now? It's my understanding, as far as Wings goes, that like everybody doing content related to him, anybody that's got a channel out there that does clips, anybody that does a little bit of trolling, a little bit of fucking around, they're getting wiped out left and right. Now, I don't know if that's Jordy himself doing copyright takedowns and DMCAs, or if that's somebody doing that in the name of him. But I keep hearing about it and seeing like screen caps of it, and it seems like it's being removed from everywhere on YouTube, which sucks, because his videos of him throwing controllers and spazzing out are fucking great. So, I mean, what happens to him? Is there like a backup? Are people going on Odyssey or BitChute? Or is it fucking done? Is he just DMCAing everybody? Look here, listen. Yeah, I'm not sure, Chad. I'm not sure what's going on there. From Polyfrog64, so Biden administration and Klaus Schwab have said we're going to have fuel and food shortages. Are you hyped for Thin Boy Summer? Hope you still got those lentils, beans, and rice stocked up. Oh, I am fully stocked. I can ride it out. From Millennia Blade of McQuella, I dreamt for so long my flesh was dull gold and my blood rotted. Corpse after corpse left in my wake as I awaited your return. Heed my wards. I am Milena, Blade of Makia, and I have never known defeat. From Lord Basilisk, hell yeah, Jimbo time. Read a few more of these here. Danker than Clanker. You should really look into Thomas the Tank Engine fandom for some premium level autism. It's a gold mine that rivals Sonic. It's long overdue. Looks like Grant HH has resub. Thanks. Pickled Peppers. Pippa says hi. Hi back at you there, Pickled Peppers. From Dev One Chicken. Oh, you want the suey sound? Is that what you're going for? The Sweetie Squad. Goddamn A-Hogs. Goddamn A-Hogs. From Epper Calipine. Can you say happy 4th anniversary to Caleb and Emily? Well, Caleb and Emily have a happy 4th anniversary. Read 2 more here and get back to some stuff. From Arrogant Media. I've got this old man I bullied called Crazy Joe who's mad won't shut up about me in his videos. What's the most chud thing I can do against him? Go give his video a thumb up. Be like, excellent work. He won't know. It confuses him. And then finally, White Willow. I still can't believe a pig impregnated a horse. Please, a woo for us, Daddy Jim. Oh, there you go. I will try to read some of these interspersed throughout everything else as we go through all of this. Now, I know the next one. Uh, this is a little bit of a bigger one. Let me just move on from CRP there. But I'm only going to talk about it briefly because it's still ongoing, for one. And for two, I think once you kind of get the basic idea of what's going on, you'll understand why. And this story concerns our little buddy, Destiny. Now, no, that is not a Photoshop picture. That is Destiny standing at full height. And that Asian boy that he's with is actually only 4'11". You can all confirm this when he goes to the bowling event with Ralph in Houston or wherever the fuck it is, because he'll be the one that looks like somebody brought their child with them. So Destiny has been engaged in a little bit of a tiff after making a statement on stream about men and women's sports or something to that effect, with probably one of the most outrageous attention whoring accounts I've ever seen in modern fucking history, by the name of Keffels. Kerfuffles? Keffles? I'm not sure. I'm sure there's a specific way to pronounce it, but I don't fucking care. So Destiny, our little hero, got into a little bit of a slap fight with Keffels. Now, Keffels is what we like to call a ratio activist. That basically means they're lazy, don't do shit, and just talk on Twitter all day, but it's very hard work. It's arduous, okay? And you will respect her, specifically her. Okay, I can't say it's not a her, otherwise I'm going to get in trouble with YouTube. She is beautiful, and I don't mean any of those in a sarcastic or a condescending way. Anyway, Keffels decided they were going to take down Destiny a notch, which is impressive since he's almost already at floor level. And they were going to do that by deplatforming him. Here's a collection of their tweets, their hip-hop ratio tweets. I just took away your primary source of income. I will continue taking Twitter support. Can my followers please boost this so Twitter support sees it? So Keffels, who probably has one of the most obnoxious personalities you'll ever encounter, decided that they were going to get Destiny banned from Twitch because they were upset that Destiny said something they didn't like, and then proceed to try to get them banned from Twitter as some way of showing them up. Now, when that didn't initially work, they then started begging for Twitter's followers, as if that's a ratio against them. I'm confused because I always thought when people talked about ratios on Twitter, they meant that you had more comments than likes or retweets, as in people were so mind blown at the stupidity of the shit that you just spewed out that they weren't really liking it or wanting to show it, but just yell at you. But apparently in Keffels' new definition of what ratioing means, it just means having the bots you bot click the heart button until you have a bigger number than the person you're responding to. So this began this little war, I guess. I don't want to be short on my words here, Destiny. Tiny. But Keffels started this war, going after Destiny. You got Vaush out there retweeting them, getting involved in it, of course, because when he's not busy trying to convince women to masturbate horses, Vaush has to back up anybody and everybody that might be going after Destiny, apparently. That's my assumption. I'm not 100% certain on it. But the weird thing is, when you watch Keffels off-platform, not on Twitter, but off-platform, their audience drastically disappears. You go from somebody that's ratioing and getting retweets and likes on their Twitter account upwards of hundreds of thousands, and then streaming to 500 people, which is very suspect. It's a little sus. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. Almost like the Twitter bots can't just, transition over, into viewers on your fucking stream. So Destiny's involved in this, getting all this shit done. They're going after his wife. People are actually contacting Destiny's wife and saying, if you don't leave him because of this, we're going to go after you next. So they're on their little war path, going through everything. And there, again, multiple people have covered this, and maybe I'll do a more in-depth coverage of it if something comes from it. But my personal opinion is, this is the first man on the internet that's ever been infected with GOTUS. All right, it's attention whoring at its highest fucking level. All right, it's combining the most effective attention whoring on the most sympathetic platform, and add in like a pinch of fucking bots and a whole shit ton of narcissism to create this account and what they're doing. Now, Destiny has fairly weathered this. I don't know if he'll get his Twitch back. I don't know if he really cares. I think he said he's close to retirement. And as far as Twitter, I don't know if he really cares about that either. But they're on the warpath. You may see this person on Twitter ratioing you. I suggest you just duck and cover to try to avoid any damage you may take from Keffels. Lots of other interesting things have come out. I can't confirm whether they're true or not, saying that Keffels was involved in a Catboy Discord, that there were underage Catboys involved, that those underage Catboys wore collars. I don't know. There are a lot of screen caps and different people giving their takes and people that were involved. I'm not 100% sure about the Catboy Discord history lesson here. I know Flamenco has covered it, and a few other people. You can check out their streams on it for a more in-depth take on Keffels and the Catboy Discord. But they didn't seem to like that very much when that got brought up, and it immediately went back. I mean, look at this guy. Okay, I think this is bullying. All right, Keffels, how can you pick on? He clearly has a disability. You're not that short naturally. Look at this. His arms are longer than his legs. You know that old 1920s, 1910s movie about the circus? You know, Gooble Gobble, one of us. That's him. But he's in color and 4K. And here you are ratioing him. That's a pretty bullying thing to do. You want his wife to leave him? If his wife leaves him, who's going to sit him in his booster seat when they go to a restaurant? He's not always going to have that young Asian boy there for him. Sorry, I need to light a cigarette here. Oh, I need that nicotine hit. Every time I look at this picture, it mindfucks me. He's a tiny man. He's a tiny man, but I take his side on this. I think it's bullshit. I think it's bullshit that this is happening. I don't like the deplatforming shit. I think it's gay. I think Keffels is a massive attention whore. And I think that everybody that's supporting Keffels is going to really regret it in like a month or two when they just turn the whole thing into a shit show. Once the easy targets are gone and they start trying to, fix the community, quote unquote. But not my mess. This is all leftist shit, right? This is kind of more left-sided Twitter stuff, left-sided Twitch, bread tube shit. You've allowed a monster to have unlimited power in your community. What could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? Rip and Pepperoni, first victim of the new crusade. Little Destiny. Tiny. Oh, I feel for you. Our little guy out there trying to survive, do the best he can with what limited resources he has. Oh, sad story. Now, the main shit coming up. The main thing I want to focus on is fucking amazing. Some amazing shit has happened in the last, I'd say, 3 days. That's going to lead into something next month, too. This is a bit of a long one. Got a lot of video clips and articles and screen caps to go over. So I know we're about an hour in. We'll do a little midstream break and come back and hit this because this is going to be about an hour. I guarantee you're going to like this. I fucking guarantee it. I'm that confident. In what we've got coming up. I was able to find some things that I thought were lost to the internet that weren't. And I don't want to spoil it. So we'll take a small break. We'll come back and we'll get into just some fantastic shit. Let me just put the little, what do I call a chud break? I'm sure there's some great alliteration that I could think of if I wasn't some old fuck that's lost his thinking abilities. No, chud bread. I guess that works. I'll try that maybe. I'm sure you're all screaming in chat. Come on, old man, figure it out. That'll work. That'll do. Wow, there we go. Wow, what a genius I am. Let's see, can I find a fancy song to put on while we wait? What fancy smancy song can I put on that none of you will like because my taste in music is shit? What fancy music can I do? Find something, obviously, that's going to just fuck me in my ass for copyright. Or I could just go with the same shit that we always use, which I'm going to do. I know I need to get new music, but Classics are classics, and these are once a month streams, so it's not like you're hearing it every day. And I don't think, yeah, God, I mean, the Rama Rama song, are we going to really have to worry about Rama Rama considering there's, going to be supply shortages or some shit with gas? You're not going to have enough to get high on. Shit's going to be as expensive as fucking Coke. You're going to have to go with like a duster for your computer or something, I guess. I don't know. But we'll be right back.